This summer I worked at a Quilla creche. I worked with the 4 to 5-year-olds and I was an assistant teacher with teacher Monique. And this was an amazing experience. I was able to find my passion. Before this trip, I did not know what I wanted to do with my life. And because of this trip, I now get to go back to school with something that I'm passionate about, something that I care about, and could not be more grateful for Ocean View for giving me that, and a Quilla creche and those kids for giving me that. It is such a privilege to be a part of something that's just so much bigger than teaching kids. It's teaching kids the basics about numbers and letters, but it's also teaching kids beliefs and morals that can be enrooted at such a young age for them to help succeed in their life later on. I have tied more shoes than I think I'll ever tie for the rest of my life. And these kids, they didn't just want me to tie their shoes. They wanted to learn and they wanted to grow, and by the end of the summer I wasn't tying basically any shoes because they saw how I was tying the shoe. They were watching what I was doing, and through that they went home and taught themselves how to tie their shoes, and by the end of it they were so proud to tell me, "Teacher Cassie, you don't need to tie my shoe, I got it." 4 and 5-year-olds universally are a handful, but what I noticed about these kids was their ability to love unconditionally and their ability to see into your heart and love you for who you are and not for what you look like. My host family was amazing. They opened their house with open arms first off, and they just did not stop giving love. They gave and gave and gave and never expected anything in return, but with that love that they gave me, it was so easy to give back, and it was such a privilege to be a part of that family for 2 months. And now I have an auntie and an uncle in Ocean View, and I have 4 brothers and sisters that I get to call family, and that is such an honor and privilege. Something about the life that I've lived in Ocean View that has felt like something I've been searching for my whole life, and it's honestly something that is very difficult to explain even to myself, so it's been difficult to come back to America and try to explain it to other people. But it was this feeling of home, and I know I'm not a member of the Ocean View community. I know I was a guest, but these people made it home, and these people made it a place where I felt safe. They made it a place where I felt loved, and they made it a place that was full of possibilities. Going to South Africa, I knew it was going to be beautiful. I've looked at pictures. I actually have been there before, and I knew with the mountains, with the oceans, the beaches, it was going to be amazing. But what I didn't expect is for me to not only fall in love with South Africa and Cape Town as a place, in Ocean View specifically, but to fall in love with its people the way that I did. And you wouldn't think that a place could get more beautiful than South Africa and Cape Town, but until you meet the people, that is when it actually becomes the most beautiful place. Usually for me as a person, I put up walls. They are so high because I feel as if I can't trust people. And this trip in Ocean View has showed me that the more vulnerable you are and the more love that you give, it's okay, and people will accept it. And it opened my eyes to openly give more love and openly give more grace, and just to be happy with people. This program and what Chantel does for her volunteers is something that's very unique and special. There is nothing like this program at Volunteer Mzansi that Chantel has created. People should be a part of Volunteer Mzansi because it is a full immersion. It is a full experience of what it's like to live in Ocean View. It's something that needs to stick around because I give basically my future to Chantel and Volunteer Mzansi, because without them I would have not ever known what I wanted to do with my life. It's not hard to admit or say this, but it's hard to live it. My heart is now completely in 2 different places. My heart is with the kids at the creche that I was with for 2 months. My heart is with my host family and Chantel, but my heart is also with my family back home, and it is very hard to have my heart in two separate places. But I am so lucky to be able to call Ocean View home and to be able to have people there that I love, and to be able to go back in that meeting be so joyful and everything like that. Ocean View has created a part of me and will always be a part of me.